when we think about showering, we think about fashion, we think about fashion inspirations from one of the ultimate style icons. Let's talk about JFK Jr. That's a look that's polished, preppy, and effortless without trying too hard. JFK Jr.'s style is front and center as the country is watching the FX show Love Story about the romance and story of John Jr. and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. Now, stylist Darcy Camden here with us today to talk all about it. Darcy, I absolutely love you. Thank you for being here today.
And what a transition from baby bump to JFK Jr.
I was trying to get there. I mean, looking at the man, I'm like, gosh, I was going to go baby fashion to a fashion icon. I don't know. But all right, a lot of people really getting behind this JFK core. What's it all about?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think the show really reminded us how truly iconic they were as a pair in the fashion world and in the culture. And so there is kind of this reinvigorating of their style moments. And it is really like trickling down through, we see it on the runways, we see it in street style, we're seeing it across all age groups. He was so fascinating. He was fascinating to me because here's a person who had access to almost anything in terms of clothing. He's so handsome, he's young, he had personal relationships with designers like Calvin Klein and Ralph Lauren and Narciso Rodriguez, and money was no object. He looked great in everything. And so whenever you have somebody who can get anything, I think it's very interesting to the average person to see, well, what are they going to do? What are they going to wear? What are they going to pick? And how are they going to put it together? And he really put his own flavor into it in a way that was unique and really still holds our attention to this day.
Yeah, when even looking at those pictures a few moments ago, like that classic 90s Americana, but it's like in his aura. I can't describe it. Like just from even looking at the pictures, like he had on like some sweats and just a top, but the way he styled it was just classic.
And it's still it's classic because it could be today. Like you see those pictures, they're from 30 plus years ago. They could have been taken yesterday in New York City on somebody. That's how relevant this all is. And so we're doing some recreations here, but that was 30 years ago. That was East Coast and we're West Coast. Okay. And a lot of his clothes were very expensive. And so I wanted to do this today, like from a West Coast point of view, modern day, affordable for everybody.
So P&W style, affordable.
We got something for the men today. We sometimes forget about the guys. We talk a lot about women's fashion, but this is all for the boys today.
We love it for the boys. All right, so I know you brought some models in for us today. Let's start with model number 1. Okay.
We're talking about shorts first. A lot of my men clients have a question about shorts. Like, what is on trend? Are we doing short? Are we doing long? I want to point everyone to the most classic, cannot go wrong short. This is by Tommy Hilfiger. Americana brands in general are really having a resurgence. And so this is just their standard short. There's chino short. I'm going to have a link to it on the website. It's very affordable. It's under $50. And this is their 7-inch option. There's also a 5-inch and there is a 9-inch if you want to customize, but I kind of split it in the middle. Right above the knee is really on trend and comfortable for everybody. The polo shirt, so classic things like polo shirts, rugby shirts, a little collar. This particular one is Ralph Lauren. I found it at Macy's, affordable. And you want to look for bright primary colors. In the spring, we often see pastels, and we did pop a pastel pink sweatshirt. JFK wore a lot of pink, and I love that about him. But the pastels and the primary bright colors can coexist in an outfit. The jacket is a regatta jacket taken from the world of yachting, but really useful in the Pacific Northwest because it's actually water resistant. And JFK famously rode his bike all around New York, and I know we have a lot of cyclists here in Seattle. And I just want to point out the backpack, which was by a company called Rains. They make amazing rain jackets, but they also have this rain backpack. So if you have to carry anything
you don't have to worry
on your bike in the rain, this is a really great option. That could be a great Father's Day gift.
That is lovely. And I just love the layering. It's like it's layering, but it's done tastefully. It doesn't look like he has on too much.
You know, I always remind guys, you know, they usually put on a bottom and then they put on a shirt and then they feel like they're done. And it's like, no, can we add a little bit
Styling.
more? Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to model number 1. Model number 2.
Okay, model number 2 is wearing a look from Old Navy.
Oh, okay.
So everything in this outfit is extremely affordable. And I probably should have said that at the end because I think I could have blown everyone's mind by saying like, and all of this is from Old Navy.
Right.
I don't think it looks that way.
No.
So he's doing like a really classic rugby shirt. Like I said, rugbies, polos, that kind of shirt, very on trend. If you have any in your closet from decades ago, bring them out, wear them. The pant here is their 90s loose chino. So it has 90s in the name. It's very evocative of that time, but it's comfortable and it has a little bit of like a coating on it that makes it good if it got a little bit wet. It's also stain resistant. And then they have a great men's trench at Old Navy for $40. And we just notice the bright colors again. We had fun with the sweatshirt over the shoulder. That's a really kind of preppy detail that I want to see more guys doing. You know, often when you go out to dinner or something in the springtime, it's warm when you go out, but it's going to get colder. You want to carry a sweatshirt and you can pop it over your shoulders. And we also had a little fun with color in the shoe. So you can wear color more than once in your outfit, I think is the main takeaway there.
Yes, I love it. And I'm stuck on $40 for this trench coat. That's the part that really got me.
Totally. And that just proves how like deep this trend goes. We're finding it at every price point. You're going to see it at Old Navy. You're going to see it at Target. You're going to see it at the Nordstroms and the Macy's. You see it all the way up to like the high-end designers. That's when you know it's really hit the culture, when you can see it at every price point. And the shoes, anything sort of retro style runner goes with everything.
All right. So taking the world by storm, this new, style. So thank you to model number 2. Let's get to model number 3.
This is all about linen. So if you think about like JFK on the Cape and in the summertime, I know a lot of my clients are asking for this too. I have the link again for everybody. It will be on our website. But this is my favorite linen pant. And I don't love white linen pants for men. I think they just get dirty very easily. They get wrinkly. They look a little bit sloppy. So I like this that is a little bit more of like a darker blue texture. It kind of does in a linen pant what maybe a jean would do. It's nice. Easier to own. It can get wrinkly. That's the kind of key thing about linen is it gets wrinkly and it's just fine. We live with it. I put this with a white linen short sleeve button down shirt. If we've got anybody maybe going to a wedding or a rehearsal dinner in the summertime, this is a great kind of outfit. Linen shirt, linen pant, and then I put it with a Levi's, their trucker jacket, which they usually do in a thick denim, but this is like a thin, nice for springtime. And we did it with a boat shoe. So if you're kind of wondering what kind of shoe would I do with a linen pant, you could do a Birkenstock, but you could also do a really sleek boat shoe. Vans does one that's I think really great, and this one is by Polo, Ralph Lauren.
Oh, nice. That's perfect. And then when you think about it, I think like boating season, it's coming up, so perfect outfit for that as well. And when you think about like really quickly individual style, what would be one way that someone at home could accomplish this without, really breaking the bank?
I really think it comes down to color, like adding a color that feels new or exciting to you. Go bold. Don't be afraid. I think a lot of times we just stick in neutrals, and one thing JFK did really well is he had lots of neutrals, but he also wasn't afraid of color. So don't be afraid, guys.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid of it.
Thank you, Darcy. You are always amazing. Men, I hope you were taking notes.